Greetings, this is Grandmaster Reginald Stroud Sr., also known as Brother Teacher, of course. I just wanted to touch for a moment on respect in the martial arts for our fellow martial artists and practitioners. It seems these days that it is kind of hard pressed to find the majority of the martial arts instructors, especially black belts and above, to include the master ranks, who respect. I don't want to use the term rival because we should never have rival schools, but other schools, I'll put it that way. It's always interesting to me that we are supposed to be in a brotherhood and what we represent, but there's still a dissension amongst us. And not myself, because I love, honor, and respect all legitimate arts. Now, let me clarify legitimate. Legitimate means, to me, if you are basing what you do on fundamental knowledge of self-defense, that's the primary thing, self-defense, and you have a strong core belief and a mission statement that states that, I am teaching an individual, several individuals, or a group of people, a martial discipline that will aid them in getting along in the society in which we live, if peradventure they have to defend themselves or someone who is weaker than them. To me, that's legitimate. Notwithstanding a martial arts system or style that has kata, pums, hungs, or forms, as it were, as you see in competitions and so forth. Forms have their place, but every martial arts style and system does not have kata, as it were. They do have a form or a regimen that helps to develop their particular technique and skill sets. Now, back on the subject of respect. I'm so tired of seeing martial arts instructors talking about other martial arts instructors in a derogatory sense and even calling them out and calling them names and so forth. It's okay that we can disagree about certain aspects of a person's program or about certain aspects of a person themselves as it relates to character. At the end of the day, character is the primary thing. We are trying to develop character, and it doesn't take a lifetime to develop good character. It takes the willingness to want to be a decent human being. And there are so many of us, just because we may disagree with what one person says about a particular thing or subject matter, we get attacked. And I'm speaking in this particular instance of myself. I posted a video some months ago about Grandmaster Victor Moore, who's a friend of mine. I love and respect him very much in the Shurei-Ryu karate system. Nothing against him at all. Now, I prefaced my videos with that same statement. I have pictures of myself hugging Grandmaster Moore and us together in demonstration situations and seminars and so forth. However, for some reason, I cannot express an opinion, which I very rarely give opinions. I would say a viewpoint concerning a subject. In the particular video that I posted, it was in response to a statement that people have been making for years that Grandmaster Moore beat Bruce Lee. Now, just what I just said, beat Bruce Lee. We know that it was a speed demonstration at Ed Parker's tournament that he gave back in the 60s. We understand that. That's already understood. So my response was, it wasn't a fight. It was a speed test, or it was a demonstration. And when you say beat, you have to qualify or be more specific about what you're saying when you're talking about beating someone. Now, I won the speed competition, if that's what you want to say. But to have people interview you and the caption of their particular segment or their video is the man who fought them all, and then the man beat Bruce Lee also, and the man that they're referring to is sitting right there and he does not refute it. That's my point. Now, it could be any other subject, or it could have been any other subject that I responded to, but it just happened to be this particular one. Now, I have over 11,000 views on that, and that's neither here nor there, but my point is this. I get more people calling in or chiming in, if you will, about this particular subject matter, who are incensed that I refuted the claim that Grandmaster Moore beat Bruce Lee. Now, I didn't do anything with malice. I didn't do it with any ill will towards him. And one brother even thought that I was defaming his character. How in the world could you do that when defamation is based on something that you're telling that is not true? But if we look at the video or videos, you don't see Grandmaster Moore stopping Bruce Lee's punch, even in the demonstration. But that's water under the bridge. That is not the premise of this particular video. I just use that as an example since it's still kind of present and kind of fresh on the internet. But my point again is this. You don't have to curse a person out, use a whole lot of colorful language just because you don't agree with their viewpoint. And that, at that particular time, was my viewpoint. I've moved on to several other videos, and I still see people arguing back and forth with one another, and so-called martial artists are doing this. You guys just need to stop it. It is not necessary. It's not that serious. It's not serious at all. It's just an observation and a person giving their viewpoint of that observation. And that's the end of it. It's no different than somebody asking you, what color the sky is. One person says it's blue, another person says gray, someone says it's white. It's your viewpoint. But to want to almost come to blows with someone because of their viewpoint shows really childish behavior, and it shows that you haven't grown up and that you don't have very much discipline yourself. Now, if someone is upset with me and angry with me for what I just said, then maybe you're that person that needs to look in the mirror. Now, if you understand and you can wrap your brain around what martial discipline is actually supposed to be like, you would have no problem with what I just said. It's really plain and simple. Masters, grandmasters, shifus, senseis, just black belts in general, Sigons, whatever you are, this should be the smallest issue that we should have with one another, is our viewpoint about something, to the point where we want to hurt somebody or we want to try to defame the person given their viewpoint just because it's their viewpoint. Because if you turn it around at yourself, if you make a statement and someone dislikes what your statement is and they attack you because it's just simply your opinion or your viewpoint, you will know what I'm talking about. And I'm not the only person that has experienced this. Many people go through this every day, and it's not just martial arts. But some of us, we just simply need to grow up and stop bashing the martial arts instructor who puts up a video about his or her viewpoint about something, because we're all entitled to our opinions. We're all entitled to our viewpoints. It's just that plain and simple. So I want to encourage all of you all that study martial arts or martial science just to continue in that way and keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing your successful training and your job and teaching and so forth. Yahweh love you, and I love you, and I have no malice against anyone. And I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing for well over 44 years now, and continue to look for some good videos. I'll see you in the future. So long.